Okay. Right. Good afternoon, everyone. At this time, I would like to call the Nevada Commission on Ethics meeting to order. First item, roll call. Chair Wallen here. Commissioner Langton.
Here.
Commissioner Lowry.
Here.
Commissioner Moran. I think he's here.
Here. Sorry about that, Madam Chair.
That's okay. Commissioner Olson.
Here.
Commissioner Reynolds.
Here.
Commissioner Scheer.
Here.
Commissioner Yin.
Once I got off mute.
Yeah. Commissioner Yin. All right. For staff, we have Executive Director Armstrong.
Here.
Commission Counsel Bassett.
Here.
Outreach and Education Officer Harvey. Okay. And we have our Executive Assistant Pedrosa.
Here.
Right? Right. This time, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag,
Flag
of the
of the United States of America and to the republic
for
for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item, public comment. Executive Director Armstrong, have you received any public comment by email to be read into the record?
We have not received any public comment by email or other writing for today.
And Executive Assistant Pedrosa, is there anybody on Zoom that would like to provide public comment?
We have one member of the public on Zoom, and she has indicated she would not like to make public comment at this time.
All righty. Next item is approval of the June 26, 24 commission meeting minutes. All the commissioners may participate except for Commissioner Reynolds, as he was not on the commission at that point in time. Are there any changes or additions or corrections to the minutes?
I had a few.
All right, Commissioner Scheer, go ahead.
Three just relatively minor things. In the first paragraph, I believe Commissioner Langton's name is misspelled.
Okay.
Normally I catch that, yeah.
Then on page 2, the second paragraph from the bottom, which starts with Commissioner Scheer noted for the record. The word in the last sentence there, yet the further the circumstance, I think that should be circumstances, plural. And then on page 3, the last one I have, in the sort of middle paragraph, it starts out Executive Director Armstrong provided an overview. So the second to last sentence, the violations were deemed non-willful based on mitigating factors. I think one of the mitigating factors we talked about was that she self-reported, if I recall correctly. And I think that was, at least in my view, that was a significant mitigating factor. So if we could add in that she self-reported, I would appreciate it.
Well, and I think we can have our executive assistant check the minutes or check the video to see what the wording is and get it right. Commissioner Lowry. Okay, is that all? Or
yes, that's it for me.
All right, Commissioner Lowry. Oh, I thought you're okay. All right. Any other corrections? Okay, I too have some corrections. The numbering, we have 2 4s. So from the 2 4s on, we need to correct the numbering. And then in what's called number 5 right now, it says that Commissioner Towler, Moran, and Yin served as members of the review panel. And then Commissioner Lowry made a motion to accept the terms. But then it shows Commissioner Lowry as abstaining pursuant to NRS 281A.220. And it shows Commissioner Moran voting on it. So Lowry should be able to vote and make the motion, and Commissioner Moran should say abstain. as well. And those were my only corrections. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as corrected.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, item 4, I would like to welcome our newest commissioner, Terry J. Reynolds. Welcome. You'll have your work cut out for you, but I appreciate your participation. He was appointed by the governor. He has previous experience as the director for the Departments of Business and Industry and has previously served in various local government leadership roles. So welcome.
Good.
Welcome to the commission. Glad to have you here.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to working with everyone. So
Right.
thank you.
Next item, 5, discussion and possible action to direct commission counsel to take legal steps to file a notice of appeal and any other steps necessary to appeal the order issued in Rodriguez versus NCOE Armstrong, Second Judicial Court Case number CV 23-01054, and defend the commission's decision in ethics case number 22-051C. At this time, I would like to ask if there are any disclosures or abstentions.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes, please proceed, Commissioner Yen.
I'm a partner with the law firm of McDonald Crono, of which Mr. Rodriguez is a client. Therefore, pursuant to NRS 281A.065 subsections 4 and 5, I have a commitment in a private capacity to my law firm and the client based on the law firm's continuing business relationship with that client. The independence of judgment of a reasonable person in my situation could be materially affected in voting upon items relating to Mr. Rodriguez to avoid conflicts of interest and any appearance of impropriety, including complying with the ethics law and judicial canons applicable to the commission. I am disclosing this relationship and will abstain from participation in this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Commission Counsel Bassett, will you please give us your presentation?
Thank you, Madam Chair. As you know, Mr. Rodriguez filed a petition for judicial review challenging the commission's opinion on reconsideration in this matter. Earlier this month, the court issued an order granting his petition for judicial review and overturning the commission's opinion. I believe there are, and as I've recommended, there are some legal bases in that order that should be challenged based on the longstanding precedent of the commission and some of the rulings that the court made regarding the limited use exception and the way the court applied the limited use exception and shifted the burden of proving some of the factors to the commission as opposed to the subject. So I am recommending that the commission file a notice of appeal and appeal the granting of that petition for judicial review.
Okay. Fellow commissioners, questions, comments? Commissioner Scheer.
I will say, as I've told some of you already, that I believe that ultimately the district court judge reached the correct decision under the statute. I think the Ethics Commission's decisions have extended this prohibition on use of photographs too far, and I think that a photograph of government property, and unless the photograph actually belongs to the government, is not government property. However, I do think there's a great need for clarification of this issue of law. We're getting a lot of these kinds of complaints, and so I understand what you've told us with regard to what you think are some flaws in the reasoning of the opinion, and therefore I'm willing to support an appeal of this case so we can get some clarification of the Supreme Court. But I did want to note for the record that I believe that ultimately the judge reached the correct decision under the statute.
Okay. Other comments? All right. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to grant Commission Counsel authority to file a notice of appeal and take any legal steps necessary to appeal the order granting the petition for judicial review in the Second Judicial District Court Case number CV 23-01054 and to defend the commission's opinion in ethics case number 22-051C concerning Joseph Rodriguez, including filing any appropriate motions. Commission counsel shall bring back case dispositive decisions such as dismissals or stipulate settlement agreements before the full commission. We further move to delegate authority to the chair and vice chair to consult with commission counsel regarding any legal issues or decisions pursuant to NRS 241.0357 and NAC 281A.055, but for agreements to dismiss for settlement. Is there a motion to do that?
I so move.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. All those
I'll
in
defer
favor
to
say
Tracy.
aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Right, thank you. Right, moving on. Next item is item number 6, nominations and election of the commission chair and commission vice chair for the upcoming year. Is there a motion to nominate a chair and vice chair? Commissioner Yin.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to nominate Kim Wallen as chair. The basis for my nomination is Chair Wallen has been a force as our chair for the last few years, continues to show the same passion and commitment to the Ethics Committee as she did when she was first appointed as our chair. Her dedication, leadership, and guidance are strengths on which the commission continues to rely. And I hope she will accept this nomination and we will vote her in as chair for another term. I would also like to nominate, and I know I can do this together, so I'm going to do it together, Scott Shearer as our vice chair. Since his appointment in November of 2023, Scott has demonstrated that he treats every complaint and issue with the utmost importance, which is what is required of us as a commission. His questions are thoughtfully presented and within the statutory boundaries and precedents by which we operate. And I hope he will accept this nomination and we will vote him in as vice chair. So with that, I would move to elect Kim Wallen as chair and Scott Shearer as vice chair.
There a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I will accept the nomination. Commissioner Shear?
Yes, I'm willing to serve as vice chair.
Okay, all right. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
No.
Okay, motion carries. All right, next item is.
I'm sorry,
Wait.
Madam Chair, for the record, I didn't catch Commissioner Reynolds.
I voted no.
You voted what?
No.
Okay,
So we have, let's make sure that we're all on the same page here. Scott, did you vote no on that?
Yes, I'll vote no.
So we have a no on behalf of Mr. Shear, Mr. Moran, Mr. Langdon, as well as Mr. Reynolds. And Mr. Olson as well. That's 5-3. So I think that vote would not move forward. We might need to consider another vote with possible candidates.
I would then, in that case, move to nominate Commissioner Moran as chair and as vice chair, Commissioner Shear in that order.
Madam Chair, I'd accept that nomination as the chair on this panel, Mr. Shear.
Yes,
I'm still the chair. Okay, is there a second to that?
Yes, I'll second that.
Could we have a discussion, Madam Chair?
Yes, we may.
And this is, I want to make sure that everything I'm saying is to no disrespect, but I have been on the commission for 8 years. I will be off in December. Since Mr. Moran became a commissioner, I just want to say that Chair Wallen has attended every meeting in person that should be in person. I have not, which is why I'm not asking to be chair. She's attended every meeting in person, even the ones in the rural counties. Mr. Moran has not. I don't know his schedule. I know my schedule, but I'm just saying Chair Wallen has. In addition to the meetings that he has been present in person, he left one time to attend another meeting for an hour, another meeting he was on the phone for about 30 minutes and left. And then several times in Zoom meetings, Mr. Moran, you have not been present as well because we've called your name and you weren't attended. When we were on a panel together, you also did not show up to the panel. You did not respond to emails from the staff, text messages, or phone calls. So from my experience with Mr. Moran and his short tenure right now on this commission, I know he was chair a while ago, He has not been present. So between Chair Wallen and Mr. Moran, I have to nominate Chair Wallen simply because she has been in attendance with every meeting, has not left in the middle, and has participated.
Madam Chair, I don't have any comments to that. It's unfortunate. I disagree with those comments. However, I believe that there's a motion with the second on the floor. I'd ask for a vote.
I will. Okay, so this is to nominate Commissioner Moran to be chair, vice chair, Commissioner Scheer. We're going to do a show of hands. All those in favor? All those opposed? It's a tie.
Can we vote on the position separately?
We can. All right, so let's go and I'll entertain another motion. So Commissioner Yin, he basically made a motion so I will make a motion to nominate Scott Scheer as vice chair.
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor? One, two. Did you get the count there? I thought I only saw 4 hands. All right, so we got 5. All right. Next one. Okay, now you need a motion for the chair.
Madam Chair, I'll nominate Scott Scheer as chair and Commissioner Moran as vice chair in that order. And let's see if we can get the necessary.
No, we're going to do one at a time here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm precluded from making that motion?
Well, we just voted in Commissioner Scheer as vice chair.
I didn't hear the vote, so I'm not sure that.
Is he
Yeah,
allowed,
when we raised our hands.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
is he allowed to make a motion on just the chair and can it be Scheer if he does it?
Commission Counsel Bassett. Unmute yourself before you talk.
I was just gonna take a look at what our rules say here.
While she's looking, can I ask, how long is the term?
1 year. And I will say this, okay, being chair, you got to be looking at your emails pretty much daily. You got to be available at all times. And like the manual that came out, I spent a lot of time on that, working with our education outreach officer to go over that. It's not just show up to a meeting and do that. There's a lot more work involved.
This is Executive Director Armstrong. Liz is looking up rules. I don't think we have like specific procedures in our NACs other than that this shall happen at the first meeting of the fiscal year. Based on Robert's Rules of Order, if the commission is operating under those, there's been a vote to make Commissioner Scheer vice chair. There could certainly be now a motion to make Commissioner Scheer chair, and if that vote prevails, then someone could move for reconsideration of vice chair and then fill vice chair after that, if that makes sense. So you certainly could say, let's see if there are the votes there to make Commissioner Scheer chair. And if there are, then have another motion for the position of vice chair. It is important, based on our Nevada Administrative Code and just the roles, that we have 2 separate people do that. We wouldn't want to have one person be chair and vice chair, because the vice chair's role is to take over when the chair can't. So that would be a way you could do it. I don't know, Liz, if you found anything else.
No, I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything I wasn't remembering in our specific statutes, and there is not. So I would agree with what the executive director is saying, that if there's a vote for Commissioner Scheer to be the chair, then it could be there could be a motion to reconsider someone else for the vice chair.
And for the newer commissioners, since I've been on the commission, it's generally been the chair and vice chair have been of different parties, and they've been of different appointments as well, just to keep it nonpartisan, and, show that transparency there. So that's just something else to note.
So my nomination stands, and I think Chair Wallen, the proper would be to ask if there's a second on my motion to
Yes.
nominate
Yeah.
Shear as chair.
All right, is there a second?
I would second that motion.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 It's hard
Reluctantly,
for
aye.
us to tell on Zoom who's saying aye.
All right, raise hands.
Sorry.
What are we
Commissioner
voting
Scheer,
on?
do you want to be chair?
I'm willing to be chair. I don't want us to be deadlocked. So I'm willing to serve as chair and willing to put in the time necessary to do that. Yes.
Okay,
Commissioner Langton, we're voting on Commissioner Shear as the chair.
That's what I thought. Okay.
okay. All right. all
So
in
can we
favor?
do a show of hands as to who is voting in favor of that motion?
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 6, so that passes.
Okay. All right. Now is there a nomination for vice chair?
I would nominate Kim Wallen as vice chair.
Is there a second?
I would second.
I'll second.
All right. Show of hands. All in favor? Okay. Motion carries. Congratulations, Chair Scheer.
Congratulations to you as well.
Thank you. And I look forward to working with you.
Same here.
All right, with that, it goes to commissioner comments. Are there any commissioners wanting to identify a future agenda item for the August 21st commission meeting? No. Seeing none, public comment, I'd like to ask the executive director whether the commission received any public comment by email to be read into the record. Well,
We've received no email for folks wanting to have something entered into the record.
Are there any members of the public that wish to make public comment? I see they say they're okay. All right. At this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Bye, everybody. See you in August.
Bye-bye.